Welcome to another episode of Eat, Smoke, Drink. Today I am reviewing the Diageo special release Blair Athol 23. So if you've watched my previous reviews, I'm a big fan of Blair Athol. Look at that presentation box. I just want to show you this first because it's quite cool. Oh, it's going to fall. See, look at that. Look at that. So first I want to thank Tapan. Thank you, Tapan, for lending me your bottle. It's taken a while, but hey, we got there in the end. A little bit about this bottle. Cask strength, special Diageo release, which is unusual in itself because it's cask strength. But let me tell you a little bit about it. I'm going to put this box away. So Blair Athol is the main malt in Bell's whiskey. Okay, so Bell's whiskey is a blended whiskey, mass market, mass production, which to me is a shame because Bell's whiskey is generally pretty shit. But it's designed for putting in ice, putting with sodas or cocktails or whatever. Blair Athol is a heart malt of that, and I love a good Blair Athol, and I'm excited to review this today. 23 years, single malt limited release. That in itself is a rare thing. Anyway, let's what's rare about it is that they don't bottle many Blair Athols because, I mean, the volume game is so important that they're probably just pumping them out in large volumes for blended bells. So when you get a Blair Athol single malt at 23 years, it is a hell of a treat because you know it's not every day they're going to come out. Blair Athol though does bottle independently. Well, sorry, people do bottle Blair Athol independently quite a bit. And I'm a big fan of that as well because every expression, single barrel is different, and you really get the malt coming out, like the spirit coming out when it's a single barrel or when it's a Blair Athol single malt. So let's get pouring. And let's get sniffing. Now look at that color. Beautiful color. Look at that. Beautiful color. I'm presuming that it'll be some sort of sherry influence. And if you haven't noticed lately, I haven't really been paying attention to cask types. I just don't care. I think to me, the taste itself is what matters. I mean, cask types are always interesting to know, but generally speaking, it's all about the taste. So let's get nosing. Quite a ballsy whiskey, that one. Quite a ballsy whiskey. 58.4. I didn't even look at that. 58.4, 23 years. Now we're talking. That'll kill some COVID right there. Not quite. Not a doctor. That's not medical advice. It is. Ooh, what am I doing? Why am I sipping? I haven't even told you about the nose. So let's get nosing. Heavy tannins, perfume, floral, very floral, and unripe stone fruit, unripe nectarine, and unripe apricot. Earthiness, I'm getting a hint of shiitake mushroom, dried shiitake mushroom, and soil, a wet soil. Oh, wow. Black pepper. Wow, I'm getting vanilla in there. Sickly coconut. I'm getting a hint of cinnamon sticks. Not cinnamon powder, but cinnamon stick. A more subtle cinnamon. You know, like when cinnamon stick, you got to put it right up your nose to get it. It's a very subtle cinnamon stick. I'm getting a hint of tarragon, a bit of licorice, and a very faint fennel seed flavor. Absolutely gorgeous. That nose is freaking phenomenal. But then again, I am biased because my taste memory is coming through now because I've tasted this before. I love Blair Athol, so I know it's going to be a goodie. No, that has some balls on it, like 58%. That is a punch. Let me just acclimatize my palate. Wow. Holy moly. Concentrated sugar syrup, maple syrup. Definitely getting the black pepper. I'm also getting a chili pepper burn. Heat, shall I say heat? Not jalapenos, not the green pepper, but like a red pepper heat in the mid palate, mid tongue. Absolutely delicious. The flavor lingers. It's oily, it's thick, it's chewy, it's just lingering. My mouth is salivating. As weird as it sounds, my earthiness, the shiitake mushrooms, has become root beer, like a sarsaparilla. It's become like a sarsaparilla. That root beer kind of flavor, slightly medicinal, you know, that slightly medicinal flavor. Oh wow, the tannin is heavy, but not overly heavy, but it is quite substantial, like a nice black tea. I'm getting like a, to put my finger on it, and I think I figured it out. Orange marmalade. So I'm getting a orange marmalade, orange peel marmalade, and candied orange as well. So I'm getting that thick sugary marmalade and that candied orange concentrated hit without that stuff around it. Orange peel. This is like a concentrated orange kind of flavor on the back of the palate. The aftertaste is just so delicious. Surprisingly, quite a heavy whiskey though. Quite a heavy whiskey. And a hint of leather. But this is a ballsy whiskey. This whiskey is not for the faint-hearted. This whiskey is a whiskey drinker's whiskey. I know that sounds funny, but if you're after smooth, this will disappoint you. It ain't smooth. If you're after something that you're gonna mix with ice, then you'll probably ruin it with ice. Maybe a drop of water, but I won't add water. You can do that. I just want to taste it as is. But this is this is fucking amazing. It's excellent whiskey. And you know what disappoints me the most, and this is where I'm gonna have a trigger warning now. Why does Diageo not bottle these kind of bottles more frequently? I guess that's because they want to make it limited edition, charge a bit more for it, and make it special. Fair enough. You can't really go against that. They have to go for the volume game and balance it with a single malt special limited edition range. So I get that. But when Diageo decides to come to the party and bottle something like this, then it's like the heavens open up and you see a ray of sunshine, and it's just fantastic. It's a pity they don't do it enough. But recently I've been seeing a lot more Diageo releases. They'll have a random distilleries that they own, and they'll release single barrel, or not single barrel, but single malt releases from that. And so that's very promising. And I heard that they're also taking some distilleries out of mothballs to reproduce them again. Now, that's an interesting one, because will it be as good? Will they skimp? Will the bean counters come in and go, not too expensive, you got to sell it for more while the customer gets less? I hate that. But let's see what happens. Because if the whiskey scene turns their back on, certain distilleries, then they might actually bend under that pressure. But at the same time, China, Asia, Japan is buying so much whiskey that they're probably going, who cares? If we can market it, that doesn't really matter. So let's hope it's not the latter. Until then, make sure you eat, smoke, drink. This is fantastic. Oh, cigar pairings. Look, I haven't really been mentioning many cigar pairings lately, but I've been smoking a lot less, and so I haven't been pairing whiskeys with cigars. But this one here, I would say go for something quite ballsy and sweet, like a double Maduro or a triple Maduro, because if you don't, then it'll just get too spicy with a peppery natural cigar. So you want a Maduro cigar, or quite a ballsy Cuban. A strong Cuban would be quite good with it as well, just to, just to counteract the spice, because I find Cubans generally quite creamy, and the smoke output is lighter than New World cigars. So, but look, it really depends on your choice. As long as you don't get something too peppery and too spicy, I think that is the main point here. Until next time, cheers.